Now let us look at the next uh, portion of working with language of Unit 1. Who did Patrick's homework? The second question that we have is a crossword puzzle. Now, as you all know, crossword puzzles, you have seen them in newspaper or in magazines. So here we have today a crossword. This is the crossword and these are the clues. Across. Across means the things that are horizontal. Here, number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4, number 5, and down. That are vertical ones. That is 6. This one, 7 1, 8 1. Now, how you have to solve them? You have to use this clue. Suppose you want to solve this, then number 1, this 5-letter word we have, but which the word, it can be any word starting with W, but to be very much particular, we have to use a word which means very tired, very tired, starting with W. Can you think of anything? Yeah, I have one word in my mind starting with W that also has A, that is very. WEARY. I'll only be speaking, I won't be writing. You should be listening to the video very attentively to solve this crossword puzzle. I'll just give the word, you write it on your own. You do this in your notebook also. The first answer is very. WEARY. Second one we have had an angry look on the face. Now, this word is there in the unit also. Had a very angry face. Yes, starting with S. That is scowl. SCOWLED. The third word, short trousers. The elf was wearing it, starting with B, and I will not be giving. Now I will not be giving the spelling. You find it in the unit. Okay, starting with he was wearing this. The fourth word is a small fault in a machine that prevents it from working properly. Have you heard of the word glitch? GLITCH? Yes, this is the word here. GLITCH. The fifth word that we have whose meaning is a small and a naughty boy fairy. Now this word you all know. Yes, it's very easy, starting with E. Who did Patrick's homework? Huh? There was somebody. Who was he? Starting with E, an only 3-letter word. You have to write it on your own. Let's solve the sixth one, that is down. Work that must be done every day, often boring. In my previous video, I have explained you this word that starts with CHO. You complete it on your own. I will not be giving the entire answer. Okay, so you complete it on your own. I have explained the meaning of this word. A basket with a lid. A basket with a lid starting with H. Have you heard of this word hamper? Yes. Hamper is the word here. HAMPER. The last word that we have here in crossword is gave a short, high-pitched cry. This word is also there in the unit. A short, high-pitched cry. You see the new words and you'll find that word. Have you heard? And you must be pronouncing it in very different manner, but the actual pronunciation of that word is short. SHRISHRIEKED. Short. This is all about the crossword. Coming on to the next speaking part, we have the first thing that we have here is you have to speak this with your family. You can speak, you can call up your friends and you can speak to them that I'm doing this work. So please call your friend, speak with them. You may do it with your siblings also, with your parents also. The first thing that you have to do in the story, Patrick does difficult things he hates to do because the elf pretends he needs help. So Patrick has to do difficult things. Now, have you ever done something difficult or frightening? Have you? By pretending about in some other way? Have you done anything? Tell it to your classmates. Tell the story, how you did it, what happened, how did you complete it, did you like it, did you like how did you find it? Okay, this is the first thing that you can do. The second thing we have, say what you feel about homework. Oh, you all must be loving to speak anything about your homework. Some of you might be liking nowadays, you might be liking it as such, you're not getting any. But uh, suppose you were there in school and you were asked by me or by your friends also about homework. Yes, homework. You all like it, do you? Or not? I never used to like my homework. Yes, yes. You need not to be surprised. Yeah, even I was a boy like you. I never liked my homework. But anyhow, we are supposed to do our homework. Homework, we should be doing it. I never liked it, but then I understood no, homework is a very important thing. So you have to speak with the help of these clues. You may say, I am not fond of doing this. So here, see, not fond of. I don't take to develop a liking for. I don't have an appeal to do my homework. I'm not that keen to do my homework. I don't have a taste for doing any homework related to mathematics. These sort of things that you will be speaking, and your partner will reply with the help of these words. That you may take support of your parents. You may call your friends to assist you in your work, or you can do your homework with an aid of internet or dictionary or whatsoever. You may take help of this. It will the somebody helped you and it became a boon. It gives a boost too. So these all things you can talk, you will like it, and never don't use any other language other than English. Don't do this work in Hindi. We are supposed to do this homework. Our sir has told in video to complete the work, but no need to use any other language. Use all these words. You are given all these clues. Use these clues and talk about it. This is your homework, or you can say talk work. Because you have to talk, you have to speak, that you have to use these words. Okay, you may pause this video, you can jot this down in your notebook, and then you can use them. Coming up to the next part, that is writing part. This is a story that has lot of rhyming words. You must be knowing rhyming words. The words that rhymes with is the words whose sounds are similar. Can you give me an example? Any example? That is fly, cly, hi, my, like this. Yeah, there are so many in this story. Can you write out some part of it like a poem so that the rhymes may come out in the end in separate lines? For example, Patrick never did homework. Too boring, he said. He played basketball, hockey, and Nintendo instead. So see, said and instead. That these two words are rhyming. So find this sort of rhyming words and write them in a sort of poem. Look at these sentences. Too boring, he said. Cleaned his room. No, this is the first part. Okay, this is a story that you have to write with the help of rhyming words. You can. This is one pair. Suppose one example. You can write 5 pairs. Okay, this is the one pair. That is Patrick never did it homework. Too boring, he said. This is the pair. So such 5 pair you have to write, excluding the. Don't use this pair. Okay. This is the story story to poem. Okay, story to poem. You have to convert the story into a poetic form. Okay, coming to the next part. Look at the sentences. Too boring, he said. Cleaned his room, did his chores. When we speak, we often leave out words that can easily be guessed. Too boring. What is too boring? The homework is too boring. cleaned his room, did his chores. Who cleaned it? Who did the chores? Did his chores. Did his chores is not a sentence, but yeah, we know the meaning. Why? We have ignored, we have left few words. We do not wish we do not do this when we write, unless we are trying to write as we speak, as in the story. So in story, if you're writing a story, then you can ignore these words, the words in the between. But when you write it in your notebook, or when you write it in your exam, or wherever, formal writing, you don't skip words. So if we were to write carefully, we would have said homework is too boring. He cleaned his room and did his chores. Okay, like this. See, the sentences are like this, but in reality, they are written. I mean, suppose you are supposed to write somewhere, we will be writing in this way. So now comes the important, the work part. That read at the following incomplete sentences carefully so that the reader does not have to guess what is left out. So you have to write this more and more books. Now, what is more and more books? So the answer would be that the elf asked more and more books from Patrick. Too difficult. You have to write it on your own. Got up late, missed the bus. I got up late, so I missed the bus. Like this. Solve the mystery. Who solved? What mystery? Write the entire sentences. Okay? So this is your work. This thing you have to write in your notebook. Coming into the next part. Look at this cartoon by R.K. Lakshman. Read the sentences given below in the cartoon. Discuss the following with your friends. Okay. This is a very funny cartoon. Okay. In this cartoon, the boy is having so much of books piled up on his desk, but he is reading something else. What is he reading? The law against child labor. Homework doesn't come in child labor. So see, get on with your homework. The sums, the consumption, the composition, history, geography, and chemistry, physics, and stop reading the law against child labor. Okay, so if you think that you people are being forced to do this work, it's a labor sort of work, but it is not a child labor, it is a part of development. Education is really important for your overall development. Okay, so this is a very funny cartoon drawn by Mr. Very famous Mr. R.K. Lakshman. Okay, R.K. Lakshman, he was a very famous cartoonist. If I'm not wrong, he is no more. But read the sentences given in the below in the cartoon. Discuss the following question with you. What is it about? Do you find it funny? Yeah, indeed, it was funny. Why? Do you think a cartoon is a serious drawing, or why not? Now, what cartoons you used to draw when you were a kid? It was all about Mickey Mouse, Minnie Mouse, and this and Chota Bheem. But these are very serious cartoons. They appear in newspapers. Okay, so cartoon they are cartoon character, but this cartoon is something different from the regular cartoon that you see in your TV. This cartoon comes in newspaper, which has so many meanings. There are so many newspaper. There is a history where a cartoon may on any famous person proved to be very very dangerous for this person. Suppose you are making fun, if a newspaper is making fun of any famous person, then there must be some reason. The person might have done something really stupid, or to expose the truth to the people, the newspaper might have drawn his cartoon. So it's whatever cartoon that comes in newspaper, uh, excluding the comic part, or excluding the one that comes in the comic section or for the children section. Other than that, the cartoon that comes in newspaper, it's had got many political meaning, educational meaning, and philosophical meaning. So there are so many meanings to cartoon. Cartoon is not just what you see. Okay, it is more than that. So this is all about working with language part of who did Patrick's homework. Thank you.